Are you ready? I was born ready.
Prediction? Yes, prediction. Prediction? Yes, prediction. Prediction? Yes, prediction.
Are you ready? I was born ready.
Obviously, you're a little, aggravated.
What's up, Manny? I guess the intro is not playing this time. Sorry about that, man. So it's just one of those kind of nights, a good night, fun night, but not perfect. So first of all, man, what a hell of a card, man. Let's just talk about that just right off the bat. Hell of a card from top to bottom. I want to know what your thoughts are. What was it like being there? And now that it's over, I mean, what do you feel like? What's your thoughts?
It was a very exciting night. I mean, I had really a lot of fun. We all were there for one common goal, is to have a new world champion. It didn't really happen tonight. And one of the things that I want to clarify is a lot of people were expecting Berlanga to probably maybe make that first round knockout. But the reality is that, listen, he's got more than that. And first of all, I'm glad it went to the distance, so that way it can show that Berlanga has something going on. So people got disappointed, and it was very interesting, Sean, because he was like calming the crowd down, like, hey, calm down. I don't need to knock everyone out at the first round. You have a great opponent in you. That's been proven before. And this is a step up. So I think people got a different view of how they're going to see Berlanga. Many of them, they're going to probably criticize he's not the chosen one, whatever. But listen, this is adding more to the resume for what's coming in his future.
Yeah, I mean, I actually was in the same camp as you. I was really hoping that I was actually tired of hearing about the first round knockout. I really think that was like a manufactured thing kind of by ESPN. I mean, I don't really know any hardcore boxing fans that we never really talked about this. I mean, it was there, but it wasn't anything you would focus on. If anything, it seemed like a detraction because you always want to see a young guy get work in. So I was happy. I mean, I saw it as a positive, not as a negative. So, we got to get right to it, man. The main event, the icing on the cake. What's your thoughts on that? Obviously, a heart of a warrior for Pitufo Diaz. The way he went out there, he had a good game plan, and he actually had a good secondary plan too. Even though it was risky because he had to go inside and work the body. It seemed like he was making those adjustments. But we said before, and I think there's even more appreciation from fans out there that Navarrete is just a different animal, man. It's just, it's crazy. So, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, this is a guy that well trained, great physical condition, and gave it all to one of the boxers that we even talked about. We consider Navarrete to be most likely a future pound for pound king. We know that. We knew that. This is a Navarrete that's used to fighting, a couple of times a month. Very active, very hard to catch. And Pitufo just gave everything he had, and no shame at all with this loss, to be honest. He overcame a lot. He got under pressure, and he just stood there trying to get the defense going, but Navarrete got the best of him. I didn't really feel good with that deduction they did to him. I'm just going to probably go back and rewatch the fight before I finalize, and I'll have my thoughts in our next show.
Yeah.
But I think that at the end of the night, Pitufo was like, his face, his expressions, and we got great videos and footage for you guys. But he was like, I gave it all, guys. I did. I really did. And I think his corner did. People were like booing because it was stopped a little bit early. But you know what? When you want to protect someone that you know for sure is giving it all. And, his health is priority. And I think that's what the corner decided to do, and then so it was stopped. It was great. It was great because I think no shame or whatsoever. I think that Pitufo will continue to have some great opportunities. It was a great payday for him, his family. Sad of the outcome, but I think there's a lot of good stuff for Pitufo and for his career. To be honest, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
more paydays coming up. Coming up, I'm telling you.
yeah, I mean, he's in a unique situation, man. Because I mean, I know he fought at 126. He really wanted that title. He really wanted that belt, but he's comfortable because he's always in great shape. He can actually go down to 122. So I mean, he's still got a lot of things there. He's a great fighter, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
O'Connell. Connell was you actually took a picture with O'Connell. I don't know how much you got a chance to
Cano.
interact with him. Shout out to you, brother.
Absolutely, Cano, Loco Sports, Willie. Also, Brandon Dietrich. We're hanging out, exchanging thoughts about some of the fights and some of the things we did see. We'll break it down later on. We don't want to hate or anything like that, but it's our perspective. There's a lot of stuff that did happen, and Puerto Rico came on top of this one. I mean, I think that one of the things that really proved that rivalry is that we fight till the end. And I just gotta mention one simple fight, and I think that this really proves different, and it's that Adorno and Ortiz, that true versus Puerto Rican true battle, which necessarily doesn't have to be against other countries, but we have internal battles, and this is great for boxing because it shows the talent and the what we call the cria. It comes within our heart. You got to kill me right inside the ring, and that's what we did see in that Joseph Adorno in his fight. It's just great. This was a really really good fight overall. And hey, another thing, Puerto Rico came on top. So
Yeah, I mean they definitely did, and that was a hell of a fight for sure. I know people going into it were really excited about it. Man, talk about not disappointing. Ortiz, I mean, he really showed his mettle. Fighting, and
yep.
they said going into it, somebody's got to go, and nobody's win. So I guess everybody wins, so to speak.
I must say something. I must say something right now, Sean. I must say something right now. Sorry, I'm not trying to hate. I'm just going to call it like I see it. If you don't like it, I am so sorry. But I did see Joseph Adorno lose this fight, to be honest. And so I'm going to have to watch the fight again. I'm still going to give my perspective. I'm going to stand with it right now. When I get back home, I'll watch it again. But honestly, I was expecting a little bit more. It was great. It was just two true Puerto Ricans going at it, nonstop, bleeding. I mean, Ortiz was even bleeding through his nose for a while. I mean, for big punches he got from Joseph Adorno. It was a great fight. But honestly, at the end of it, does it make sense for a second one? That's the thing. But honestly, in my eyes, and I got other perspective from other colleagues out there in the media world, they feel the same way I do. We'll break it down in our next show. We'll give you the scoop. Who are those that feel the same way I do?
So absolutely, and definitely looking forward to that because I'll say for myself, I'm with you. I'm in your camp. I mean, honestly, we'll talk more in detail. But the only round I really gave Ordona was the ones he got the knockdown in. I thought Ortiz was kind of controlling the action. I mean, he landed he threw 100 more shots. He had a lower percentage, but I mean, he landed 113 compared to power shots.
I only saw two good rounds for Ortiz. I mean, for Adorno, honestly, the knockdown, and I think it was 4. I'm gonna have to watch it again. But
oh yeah, I mean, I'll be right there with you. I mean, it's the fight that stands out to me, and of course,
I got a good shot with Capu as I'm leaving the center. Capu was there. He's like, whoa, yeah. So I got a good snapshot with Capu. We'll be sharing it with you guys. Yeah. So that's cool, man. Like I said, dude,
absolutely.
It was fantastic. I mean, hey, listen, you actually tweeted that. So you tweeted that with the photo of the Cano ourselves, and it actually went up into the screen. So we're pretty happy about it. I thought it was a Cano, but I was like, dude, yeah. So this is freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, definitely. So did it live up to the hype? For those that follow the show, there's been what I call the events. You were venting about the tickets, and look, it turned out better than you thought. You got the tickets. You had great seats. You were there with your pops.
Guys. These were great seats. I mean, to my right, one row. To the right, in the front of me, that was Bob Aaron. Of course, there's a little more social distancing. The floor was great, very separated. Fans, crazy, different. I mean, it was crazy, crazy, crazy. Actually, funny because on the Berlanga fight, and you know what? I'm gonna make you guys watch our show. I'm gonna give you what happened exactly in front of me. I'm very upset that I stopped recording, but in front of me, all of a sudden, a fight had started to develop within the fans, and one was rooting for Nicholson, the other one for, of course, Belanga. The majority were, but anyway, it was great. It was entertaining. It kind of got off track a little bit, but Berlanga was, he was great, a sensation, and what a way to close the night off. I don't want to say maybe the fight of the year, but I want to say maybe it has the potential to be looked at as a great fight. And that's Pitufo the Fantastic against Corky, as Hopper calls him, and Weirdo, and that the big Navarrete. Can't deny that, Gringo. You know that.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. So all in all, it looks like you had a great night. It was a great night of boxing. I can't wait to break
Man,
it down on the show.
dude, this is great weather, man. I'm here like I'm here enjoying. I'm like, wow, this is a different atmosphere in Orlando. So it's good to be here, man.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm glad you got a chance to go there, and we'll definitely be talking about it soon on the show. I can't wait. But hey, man, when you are coming back though, right?
I'll be back tomorrow, man. I'm heading back home tomorrow. I got to get back, and but the next one we're gonna go to Canelo. That's gonna be fantastic. So it's gonna be great, man. Then we got our show coming up Thursday, podcast. I forget where we're at right now, but man, I mean, we're gonna have a lot of stuff happen here. We're gonna have great videos, all the footage, great stuff, happiness, sadness, craziness that happened here, Kissimmee, Florida. The venue was great too. I was expecting maybe a little bit more. They could have sold a little bit more tickets, but I mean, it was very, very. I don't want to say protocols were great because people were sometimes without masks and all that, but they were very separated, all the seats. So I got to say that Lisa tried to do a good job.
Awesome, man. So, hey, man, you take it easy, get some rest. I could tell you're still hyped, but
I am.
don't miss that plane, man.
I'm about to go here Applebee's, get something to eat, and then head back to the hotel. Take a flight tomorrow morning. And listen, boxing lives forever, man. And tonight it was a huge night boxing, not only for everyone but also for the Puerto Rican boxing. So love you guys. We'll break it down.
All right, brother. Have a good one, man. EnVivo.
EnVivo.
Well, I look like Hopper's gonna jump on real quick. I guess he has something to say. 1 second.
That's not Boricua EnVivo.
Oh. Oh, did I remove him? What's up? Hey, Hop. Can you hear me?
Oh, it's on me. My bad. I was on mute.
No worries, man. Glad you're here.
It's cold. I'm cold, man. I'm shivering over here. It's I need a little something to warm myself up. Oh man.
Yeah.
No, but hey, you know what though? On the cool. Shout out to Pitufo Diaz. Talk about having some coconuts. Like I told you guys in the earlier, that dude must struggle to put his pants on, man, because he would not go down. And it took the corner to stop it. He wasn't gonna quit.
No, it really wasn't, man. We were talking about it, and I just got off with our brother. Man, he's having a good time. He's about to bring it.
He's living it up, I bet.
Yeah, he's I'll say this though, he's still way more hyped than I thought he would be. But I think it's also the combination. It wasn't just, hey, I want to see the main event, and everything was all focused on the main event. The entire card was extremely entertaining. I mean, you saw, prospects, contenders, the whole plethora. And then we saw a great championship fight. And he actually was speaking in high regard. I think we should all kind of take a step back and kind of reassess how we evaluate Navarrete. So obviously, Manny was hitting us real hard with the perspective being there, the Puerto Rican fandom,
EnVivo.
yeah, and just kind of how everything felt. But how did you view it? Like kind of taking it in from what you saw, and definitely on the main event. I mean, did you enjoy the main event, and what you think of the card?
I enjoyed the main event. I enjoyed everything about this fight card. Now, I could tell from watching it on the TV, the atmosphere there was electric, was just crazy. Now I saw a lot of fights in the stands, so that's how live it was.
Yeah.
I saw quite a bit, man. Me and my wife were just pointing out, like, and at one point I was so focused on the crowd that I missed one of the Berlanga knockdowns. I was like, oh crap, he dropped him. I was like, man, I missed it. Dang, what happened? I'm looking at the crowd to see if these guys are fighting, but no, the atmosphere was electric. They should have more cards like this. And
Yeah, definitely.
You know what though? The main event was great, but probably I want to say the fight of the night was the one with the Adorno and Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah, and that's funny. Me and Manny were actually talking about that, how great that was. I mean, both of them actually landed a high percentage. I mean, Adorno, he landed 42% of his shots, and obviously had those big power shots. Ortiz landed
Big power shots.
Big power shots. Ortiz landed 113. Man, Ortiz has the most. He's called himself a technician. He has the most technically sound uppercut. Like it's beautiful, man. Like
Beautiful.
I love watching him box. And I don't know if he was fighting with a broken nose or not, but I think that also added to the drama of the fight.
It definitely was broken. It was definitely broken. He was spitting out blood through his mouth because he couldn't swallow any more blood. That's major heart right there. But I really enjoyed that fight. Berlanga, his first complete fight. He's gonna learn a lot from this fight. He's probably gonna learn a lot from this fight than any other fight that he had. And Nicholson was. He was game. He wasn't just trying to survive. So you know how a lot of fighters sometimes when they're overwhelmed, they shut up, don't even try to win. He was still trying. He was still trying his best. It wasn't like I don't know if you remember Nonito Donaire and Navarrete from the Argentina a while back when it was kind of. I'm glad it wasn't like that. Right. Nicholson was still trying, and Berlanga took some good shots. He took some real good shots so he's proven he's got some whiskers on him. Overall, I mean, Xander did his thing like I predicted, of course. Is that weird? Is that weird wearing a Xander shirt?
No, I think it's weird. I think it's weird that I don't have one. I mean, it just obviously it shows that you're unbiased and you appreciate a good boxer.
No, man, I love all my Puerto Rican fighters, bro. I mean, I was rooting for all of them. I'm not even gonna lie. I was rooting for all the Adorno twins, Capo Gonzalez, even though he was fighting our boy here from FHG, Tony Lopez.
Yeah.
Shout out to FHG Boxing, Tony. You did your thing. You gave Capo a hell of a fight. I'm gonna have to disagree with the scorecards. What was it, 79-73 or something?
Something crazy.
7 rounds to 1.
Yeah, I
give him a little more respect than that.
Yeah, definitely a lot more respect to that. I mean, actually, I had it like after the first 3 rounds, I had Tony Lopez up. I had him up 2-1. So it was definitely
closer fight than.
And I think that that the fighters know it, man. The fighters definitely know it. So yeah, man, it was definitely great, entertaining for sure. And
the main event.
Yeah, for sure.
Main event. I mean, we know about Vaquero Navarrete. We know he's quirky. We know he's unorthodox. We know his punches are going to come from all angles you don't see. And to be honest, he looked kind of injured to me with that left knee, that knee brace that he had around there. When he slipped, I believe it was like in the 9th round or so, 9th or 10th round. Remember when he slipped in the middle of the ring? It looked like his knee just gave out on him. And even afterwards, when after the fight was stopped and over, he stayed on his corner for a while. He didn't even want to get up. I bet you he was in tremendous pain. I don't think you'll see him fighting the rest of the year. You know
Really?
how he's used to, yeah, no, that seems like he's injured for real, for real. And you know how he's used to fighting 10 times a year. I don't think I don't
Doing
think we'll,
his own double headers.
I don't think we'll see Navarrete for the rest of the year, man. I think they're gonna let that knee heal, take its time, and come back healthier and defend it again. But it was a great show. Pitufo Diaz, my goodness, man, that dude, he wasn't gonna quit. And the corner did the right thing, stopping that fight. There was no point at, there was no, he didn't need to take any more punishment, man. You hadn't really heard Navarrete up into that 12th round. So no, I'm glad the corner stopped it. There was no point in continuing.
No, I definitely agree. And shout out to you, Lance Meyer. You said he showed an excellent account of himself. I think they both did, but yeah, absolutely. Diaz
No,
had nothing to
definitely.
be ashamed of. He went out on the shield, and he wanted to definitely keep going, man. So, yeah, he also said he's a hell of a fighter, a warrior, and it was an excellent
Great.
fight to watch. I
He
mean,
rep,
it was
he
a
rep, he represented the island really well. He got nothing to be ashamed of. He went in there and battled and gave it his all, and that's all you could ask for, man. With a guy like Navarrete, who's just, you can't train for that guy, man. It's impossible to find a sparring partner to mimic his style.
No, absolutely. And that's another thing that I was going to say is a lot of things that were epiphanies for me as far as like this guy and I had greater appreciation for Ortiz. We were talking about the Ordono brothers and the other fighters, but I walked away like extremely impressed with Ortiz. I mean, he looked phenomenal to me. But I have even greater appreciation for Navarrete, man. I think like I've been selling him way short. I've been focusing on his quirkiness and said he's a flawed fighter and
His lunges, he reaches for a lot of his punches.
and he leaves himself open.
He leaves himself open all the time, and it's just a lot of the things you don't want boxers to do. He does, and you see him doing it. But like we've said in the podcast, you got to go out there and exploit it, and it's a lot easier said than done because the power. Just once you get touched by those punches, it's
I mean,
it's a hard fight. It makes it difficult.
Pitufo Diaz had a great game plan as far as the in and out, but he don't do that so much. And when he got dropped with that crazy lunge uppercut, he figured he had to take a chance and go and work the body by going
Try to work the inside. Yep.
He opened himself up.
That was risky too. Yeah, that was hell of a risky to come inside and keep working your way in, especially with the powerful punch was Navarrete. But hey, shout out to Pitufo though, man. But yeah, it was a great night of action, Gringo. I'm happy. My boxing soul is pleased. I can enjoy a good night. So hopefully you can too, brother. I enjoyed it. We'll talk about it some more on the podcast. Appreciate you staying up and talking boxing with us. With the fans.
Yeah, definitely, man. Brother. Yeah, definitely, man. So, hey, thanks for everybody checking this out, man. We'll be having another podcast dropping soon. We'll be breaking it down in even more detail, like we always do.
You know it.
Yeah, like we always do. So
stay safe, Manny. Stay safe, bro. I know you're out there partying, man.
I told him he don't miss his flight. So
I didn't
anyway,
think
brother.
I didn't think I timed it so where he didn't have to see me right now because he's probably not too happy with me right now. So I'll catch you on the podcast, Manny.
All right, brother. Be cool. And hey, thanks for everybody to check us out, man. Y'all be cool.
Yeah. Fuera.
Hey.